Hey Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks have been defeated by the Edmonton Oilers 4-3 at Rogers Arena. Here's what I liked, here's what I didn't like, and here's one other thing. By the way, different philosophy now. Instead of trying to ram this into 2 minutes and 20 seconds just so I can fit it onto Twitter in a video there, gonna take my time, gonna expand on a few things because really I want to do this post-game video justice. Then I'll upload it, then I'll still do my post-game live stream. So whether you're watching this video before or after the post-game live stream, I'm gonna go for a bit longer than 2 minutes on this one. Then I don't feel so rushed. All right, but same format. What I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. What I liked the Canucks' fast start. You can't get much faster. The Canucks scored 1:07 in with Bo Horvat's goal. That really fluky goal from the side of the net. Minute 6 actually. And yeah, it was a nice goal from Schmidt and Patrice, and obviously caught Mike Smith. I think just not ready. And then I was hoping that maybe Smith would be kind of unfocused for the rest of the game. And it looked like it might be because the Canucks ended up taking a 3-0 lead. So that's another thing I like. I like the fact that there's 3 first period goals. It was Horvat, it was Myers, and it was Patrice. And Patrice had two points, so I did like his game as well with a goal and an assist. He looked engaged for sure, and I thought he was the best Canuck out there. I'm also looking at kind of some of the stats, and you see that both Miller and Vatanen had 3 hits each, so I like that. Roussel was noticeable. Horvat had 5 shots on net, and he also had his goal, so I liked Horvat's game as well. So I would say that Patrice and Horvat were the two best players for the Canucks up front. Not just saying that because they're 2 of the 3 goal scorers, but I thought they both had strong games. I also thought that Nate Schmidt had a pretty strong game. He didn't make a lot of errors on the defensive end, and I would have loved to say that I liked Myers' games. It was okay, noticeable. He's always noticeable, except he also had that penalty, that ill-timed penalty, 3.5 minutes left in the game. It's not like so the Canucks didn't give up a goal during that, but that was 2 minutes that they ended up killing a penalty instead of trying to attack for the game tying goal. So really, the things I liked were Paterson's game, Horvat's game. I liked Nate Schmidt, and I liked the fact that Canucks started off really well. Okay, what I didn't like, I guess I liked the Canucks face-off too. They won 58% of their face-offs. What I didn't like, the biggest thing I didn't like is the fact that the Canucks gave up 4 unanswered goals, and it could have been a lot worse. Remember the Edmonton Oilers hit 3 crossbars as well, so you can't just say that they would have scored all 3. Otherwise, we would have said Patrice would have 9 more goals in the regular season. But they that was pretty ugly. The fact that how quickly Edmonton was able to turn the game, and the fact that that's the first thing I didn't like is that they scored 4 unanswered goals. Admittedly, I didn't mind that Edmonton scored that late one at the end of the first period. And I know some people thought, oh, that's a momentum changer. That's a backbreaker with 1:17 left. But it wasn't a momentum changer because the second period there was no scoring at all. So it's not like Edmonton carried all this momentum in the second period. And the second period was very even. So that's the first thing I didn't like. I didn't like the fact the Canucks lost, but I don't like the fact that Edmonton scored 4 straight goals. I also didn't like the fact that... I guess the goals were there's good skill on the goals. You think of the Cahoon. Well, okay, I didn't like the first Edmonton goal where it snuck through Demko's armpit and got in. Then the second Cahoon goal, that was a really nice play, a cross-ice pass from Draisaitl. So I can't really complain that. Then Connor McDavid, that was a power play goal. That you just see the confidence that Edmonton has on their power play. So I guess that's another thing I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that the Canucks went 0 for 2. Not only is that not enough power play chances in the game, only 2 power play chances. The Canucks' first power play attempt looked at least dangerous. The second one, not dangerous at all. And it's becoming a bad trend of having the Canucks power play come up dry when you really need them to come up big. And so that's the thing. And then, the game-winning goal by Tyler Ennis, I don't know if I can really say I didn't like that from a standpoint. It was no one's fault, but it's just kind of fluky. It's just kind of the way that the Canucks have been going, right? For that point shot to go off of 2 different people, it's crazy. First it went off Jujar Kara, and then it went off him, and then it went off Tyler Ennis's skate. No kicking motion, fair goal, and then Tyler Ennis, I think, tried to swat at it as it was going over. So you do have to make your own luck, and it seems like the Canucks are never on the good end of those bounces. You think of Nate Schmidt either shooting in his own net, or a puck bouncing off of him, or him heel kicking a puck to a streaking, I think it was Morgan Riley. So that was already 3 goals that Nate Schmidt was involved in. Not his fault, but one of them was the one that he banked it off himself. And then you saw it again in the last game too, where he tried to get the puck out. That one is his fault either. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of puck luck that's not going well for the Vancouver Canucks. So I don't like that either. Yeah, so I didn't like their special teams from a standpoint of they didn't score on the power play, and they gave up that one power play goal, which was in essence the game tying goal. And you just felt that the momentum seeping in to the Edmonton Oilers game. Okay, one other thing. This is tough because as much as I don't want to admit it, the season is slipping away. I started to talk about that after our overtime loss to Winnipeg, but at least we got a point. This one, we're up 3-1 going into the third period. To be up 2 goals going into the third period and not to get a point out of the game against one of the teams that we're supposed to be chasing or supposed to be able to catch, it does not look good. Now the Canucks are still 3 points out of a playoff spot. Actually, no, Montreal got 1. So they're 4 points out of a playoff spot with about 4 or 5 games in hand. So it's not a good look. Now the most the Canucks can win in this 6-game little stretch that we said they needed 9 points out of, the most they can get is 7. And that's only if they win the next one against Edmonton and the next 2 against Winnipeg. So it's not easy. I'm not losing hope. I'm still positive. I'm still a Canucks fan. I'm still passionate. But we have to be realistic as well. And as much as we can say, oh, the Canucks, they can do it. St. Louis did it. Or the Canucks can do it. They just got to get some more puck luck. It's much easier said than done. And to win 70% of the points going forward, it's almost impossible. It's not impossible, but it's almost impossible. So I'm not disgruntled. I'm not discouraged. But I think we do have to be realistic. So there we go. What I liked, Pettersson's game, Horvat's game, the quick start to the game. What I didn't like our power play. I didn't like the fact that we're not getting puck luck. That's no one's fault. And I certainly didn't like the fact that we blew a 2-goal lead in the third period and 4 unanswered goals by Edmonton overall. One other thing, no more time for moral victories. They got to create their own puck luck. They got to continue to work hard, and they simply bounces got to start going their way, but they have to make that puck luck. I think is the one thing that really stands out for me tonight. All right, Canucks fans, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Let me know one other thing, and hopefully you're okay with this expanded format. I don't feel so rushed. I'm going to post this, and then I'll be back on YouTube in a few minutes for my post-game live stream. So let me know in the comments below. What did you like? What didn't you like? Tell me one other thing that you noticed, and we will go from there. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Have a great night. God bless, and go Canucks go.